Make sure you're sitting comfortably on your yoga mat, and then close your eyes. Press down through your sit bones and lengthen up along your spine. Soften your shoulders and take 3 deep breaths. Inhale through your nose. Exhale out the mouth with a sigh. 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale. And 1 more time. Deep inhalation. And exhale. Slowly open your eyes and place your left hand on the floor. Stretch your right hand across and then push down through the sit bones. Rotate the chest up. Breathe deeply here. And then inhale back to center. Exhale, switch sides. Again, rotate the torso up. Stretch the top fingers over as far as you can. And inhale up to center. Place your right hand on your left knee and twist to the back of your room. Lengthen up along the spine and look over your back shoulder. And then inhale back to center and exhale, swap sides. Use the hands to help you twist. And inhale back to center. Staying cross-legged, have your right leg in front of your left. Move the fleshy parts from under the bum. Inhale to lengthen the spine. Exhale, hinge at the hips, walk the hands forward. Stay here and breathe. As you're breathing, press down through the sit bones, lengthen through the front of the body. Stay low, walk your hands over to the left, press down through the right sit bone. Feel the stretch in the lower right torso. And then walk your hands over to the right, pressing down through the left sit bone. Again, keep the spine long. Make your way back into the center. Inhale, push yourself up and swap the cross of your legs. Again, move the fleshy parts from under the bum. Inhale to lengthen the spine. Exhale, hinge at the hips, walk the hands forward. Breathe deeply here. Keep the shoulders down and away from the ears. And then walk your hands over to your left, pressing down through the right sit bone. Walk your hands over to the right, pressing down through the left sit bone. And then make your way back into the center. Inhale, push yourself up. From here, come onto your hands and knees. Now, try to get the knees under the hips, wrists under the shoulders. From here, we go into cat-cow stretch. So, inhale, lift the head and the hips. This is your cow pose. As you exhale, drop down, round the back. This is cat pose. Again, inhale, lift up. Feel the stretch in the front of the body. And exhale, drop down, feel the stretch along the back of the body. One more time each way. Inhale, up. And exhale, down. Draw the navel in. Inhale back to neutral. From here, inhale up your right arm and left leg. As you do so, try to keep the core engaged and press yourself away from your mat. Try to keep the shoulders level and try to keep the hips level. With an exhalation, release, and inhale up the opposite side. Keep breathing deeply, keep your core engaged. And with an exhalation, release. From here, press back into child's pose. Now child's pose can be done two ways, either with the knees together, sit back on the heels. This will stretch the lower back more. Or with the knees apart and then sit back on the heels. This will stretch into the hips more. So pick whichever variation works best for you. And then lower your forehead to the ground and walk your fingertips forward. For a deeper stretch, you can come up onto the fingertips like this. So you get a nice deep stretch under the arms and along the sides of the torso. Take one more deep breath here. And then push yourself up into downward facing dog. Walk it out, so walking on the spot. As you do so, keep your hips lifted high, so you get a deep stretch through the back of each leg. And then very slowly, walk your feet towards your hands. When you reach your hands, come into a relaxed forward fold. So keep a little bend in the knees and allow the upper body to bounce or sway. If you like, you can hold on to the elbows like this. So the goal here is to get a nice gentle stretch through the backs of the legs and for the spine to feel loose. Release the arms and very slowly roll up vertebrae by vertebrae. Okay, let's go into some sun salutations. So come to the front of your mat in Tadasana, mountain pose. Your toe joints are touching, the ankles are touching, the legs are strong and engaged. Tuck the tailbone under, long spine. From here, inhale, hands up. Reach up tall, bring the palms together. As you exhale, fold forward, relax the back of the neck. Inhale, look up and lengthen the spine. Exhale, place your hands down, step or jump the feet back into plank. If you need to come down onto your knees for chaturanga, then do so. If not, exhale all the way down, and then inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Stay here and breathe. Set your downward facing dog. So try to spread the weight evenly between the hands and the feet. And looking at your feet, check that they're hip width distance apart and that the outer edges of the feet are parallel. Press down through the heels, strong legs, hips lifted. Take 2 more breaths here. On your next inhalation, step or jump the feet back between the hands, look up and lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold forward, relax the neck. Inhale, come all the way back up, palms together. Exhale, Tadasana. Let's do that again. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, hands down, step or jump the feet back into plank. Lower through chaturanga, elbows tied to the body. Inhale, upward dog, strong legs. Exhale, downward dog. Breathe here. As you're breathing, take a quick peek at your hands. Check that they're shoulder width distance apart. Press down through the base of the index finger and the thumb so that the palms are flat on the floor. The arms should be straight, and then see if you can rotate your shoulders so that the armpits start to face one another.
This will broaden out the upper back area. Take 2 more deep breaths here.
And on your next inhalation, step or jump the feet back between the hands, look up and lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come all the way back up. Exhale, Tadasana. Let's come into Sun Salutation B. So inhale, bend the knees, sweep the hands up into chair. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hands down, step or jump the feet back, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog, knees off floor. Exhale, downward dog. Step your right foot between your hands. Inhale up, warrior 1. Square the hips to the front of your mat. And then exhale, float the hands down, step the front foot back, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Step your left foot between your hands. Inhale up, warrior 1 on the second side. Make sure the back heel is planted down. And then exhale, float the hands down. Step the front foot back, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog.
Again, deep breaths here. As you're breathing, make sure that the hips are lifting up. The spine is long. Relax the back of the neck. And relax the muscles in the face. 2 more breaths here.
On your next inhalation, step or jump the feet back between the hands, look up and lengthen. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, bend the knees, sweep your hands up into chair. And exhale, Tadasana. Shake it out. Now let's go into a gentle flow. So at the front of your mat in Tadasana, inhale, hands up, reach up tall. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, place your hands down, step or jump the feet back, lower through Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, strong legs. Exhale, downward facing dog.
On your next inhalation, step your right foot between your hands.
Inhale up into high lunge. So, make sure your back heel is pressing away from you. The back leg is strong and straight. Hips are square to the front of the mat. And there's a nice deep bend in the front knee. Keep breathing deeply here. Take 2 more breaths like this. And then open up into warrior 2. So, make sure that the back leg is strong and straight here. Deep bend in the front knee. The hips are opening up to the side wall. Torso is perpendicular to the floor. And your gaze is over the middle finger of the front hand. Two more breaths. Exhale, cartwheel the hands down either side of the front foot. Step the front foot back into plank. Lower through Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now, step your left foot between your hands. Inhale up into high lunge on the second side. So again, strong legs. Feel the stretch through the front of the body. Keep your shoulders down as the fingers actively reach up towards the ceiling. Two more breaths here. And then open up into warrior two. Again, the hips are opening up to the side wall. Nice deep bend in the front knee. Keep the shoulders down and away from the ears. And actively extend the arms out either side. Two more deep breaths here. And then exhale, cartwheel the hands down either side of the front foot. Step the front foot back into plank. Lower through chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Take 2 deep breaths here. On your next inhalation, step your right foot between your hands. Inhale to come up to standing. Pivot your feet so you're sideways on your mat. And then heel toe the feet nice and wide. We're coming into a wide leg forward fold. So turn the toes in so that the outer edges of the feet are parallel. The legs should be strong and engaged, and place the hands on the hips. From here, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hinge at the hips and slowly fold forward. Come down onto the fingertips. Inhale again, look up and lengthen the spine. As you exhale, see if you can bring the palms flat on the floor. Stay here and breathe. As you're breathing, look at your hands. Check that the hands are shoulder width distance apart. Fingers point forward, elbows point back. Every time you inhale, lengthen the spine. Every time you exhale, try to fold deeper. Two more breaths here. Inhale, look up and lengthen the spine. As you exhale, walk your hands over to the right foot. Stay here and breathe. As you're breathing, make sure that the spine stays long and you're still folding from the hips. Walk your hands over to the left foot. And then walk your hands back into the center. Inhale, look up and lengthen the spine. Exhale, place the hands on your hips. Inhale, slowly straighten up. Exhale, release the hands, pivot the feet, take your vinyasa. Hands down, feet back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. On your next inhalation, step your right foot between your hands. Inhale all the way up to standing, and we're going into Trikonasana. So, strong, straight legs. Inhale, lengthen the body forward and down. Hold on to the ankle if you need to. Open the chest up. Look up at the top thumb. As you're breathing, ground down through the feet. Keep the legs strong and engaged. And try to stack the shoulders up on top of one another. Two more breaths. Inhale to slowly come back up to center. Bend your front knee. Bring the back hand on the back leg and come into reverse warrior. As you're breathing here, back leg is strong and straight. Deep bend in the front knee. And try not to let the front knee roll in. Make sure that the chest is lifting up as you reach the fingers back. Two more breaths here. Inhale to come back to center. Exhale, Vinyasa. Cartwheel the hands down. Step your front foot back. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. On your next inhalation, step your left foot forward. Come up to standing. And then we come into Trikonasana on the second side. Inhale, lengthen the body forward and down. Open the chest up. Look up at the top thumb. As you're breathing here, try to lengthen the spine and lengthen along the sides of the torso, especially the underside. Take two more deep breaths. And then slowly inhale to come back up. Bend your front knee, back hand on the back leg, reverse warrior. Again, nice deep bend in the front knee. The chest is lifting as the top hand reaches up and back. Two more breaths here. Inhale to come back to center. Exhale, Vinyasa. Hands down, feet back, lower through Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Take two deep breaths here. And then walk your feet through to seated. So, sitting down on your mat, we'll come into Parivetta, Janu, Sirsasana. So, extend your right leg out to the side like this. And fold your left leg in like this. If you need to move the bum, then do so. Hold on to the right big toe with the first two fingers of the right hand. If you can't do that with a straight leg, hold on to the ankle or the shin. From here, stretch your left hand across, rotate your torso, and breathe here. As you're breathing, feel a deep stretch through the back of the leg and through the side of the torso. Keep stretching your top fingers across, and every time you inhale, feel the body expand. Every time you exhale, rotate the chest up. Two more breaths here. Slowly Inhale to come back to center. Exhale, release, swap sides. Move the fleshy parts from under the bum if you need to, and then hold on to your left big toe with the first 2 fingers or the ankle or the shin. Stretch the top arm across and then rotate the torso up towards the ceiling. Breathing deeply here. Again, on the inhalation, the body lengthens and expands. On your exhalation, try to rotate a little more. Take 2 more breaths here. And slowly inhale to come back up. Exhale, release. Give the legs a little shake if you need to. And then bring the soles of your feet together. We're coming into bound angle pose. So the soles of the feet come together, draw them in, move the fleshy parts from under your bum. If you can, open the feet like a book. This will open your hips a little bit more. From here, inhale to lengthen the spine. Exhale, folding at the hips. Come down as far as is comfortable. As you do so, try to keep the spine long. Keep the shoulders down and away from the ears. Take 2 more deep breaths here. And slowly inhale to come back up. Let's come into a gentle back bend before we finish the class. So, lie on your front and we come into Sphinx pose. So, prop yourself up on your forearms. Look down at your forearms. Check that they're shoulder width distance apart. Inhale, lift the chest up, and exhale, draw the shoulders back and down. Stay here and breathe. So what we're doing here is we're in a supported back bend. This is a passive stretch. And for some of you, it may feel like you're not doing anything. This is probably the easiest pose we've done in the whole class. But if you have a look, well, you can see what I'm doing. This is actually a deeper back bend than you realize. So it is a gentle back bend, but it's a really nice one to do, especially if you've been sitting down all day. So keep breathing here. Take 2 more breaths like this. And then exhale, gently come down and rest your forehead down on the back of your hands. Stay like this for a couple of breaths. And then inhale, push yourself up, and we'll come into a twist on the floor. So, have your knees pointing one way, like this. Slowly bring the front of your body down onto your mat and turn your head the opposite direction. If that is too deep a twist for you, you can bring the forehead down on the back of the hands. Try to relax here. Couple more breaths. And then inhale, push yourself up and swap sides. So knees point the opposite way. Rest the front of the body down on the mat. You either have your forehead on the back of your hands or turn your head away from the knees for a deeper stretch. As you're breathing here, make sure that the spine stays long. Couple more breaths. And then come into Savasana. So lying on your back, make sure that you're comfortable. Have your feet a little bit away from each other. Have the hands a little bit apart from the body, palms up. And let the whole body relax. Let the body feel heavy. And feel the body pressing down into the floor like a weight. Allow your breath to flow in and out naturally. And enjoy this peaceful moment before the day ahead continues. Now, keeping your eyes closed, start to deepen your breath and move your fingers and your toes. Gently turn your head side to side. And if you like, you can stretch the arms out, stretch the legs out, stretch the body long. And then, keeping the eyes closed, slowly make your way back up to a comfortable seated position. Sit comfortably, and just as we did at the beginning of the class, press down through the sit bones, lengthen up along your spine. Place your hands in your heart center in prayer position, and then lift them up to your third eye as we lift our hearts to our minds and back down as we bring our minds to our hearts. Namaste. Thank you very much for joining me this morning. I hope you enjoyed the class, and you can find me on my Instagram pages, which are at Sarah Highfield or at Yoga Jais. So Yoga Jais is YOGAGISE. Thank you very much and have a good day.